Alright, let's start off with Flashbang. Flashbang is literally the worst item in this entire game, and I am going to show you why. And let's hope things turn out for the best, which they probably will not, so... We're going to go with Ellen, and I'll show you guys why Flashbang is so terrible in this entire game. It's not worth your items or your time to craft. So, ooh, look, Flashbang. Open the gate. Okay. Hey, Alien. Now I'm gonna run away. Watch what happens. See, I got caught anyway. Like, what's the point of Flashbang if it only stuns the Xenomorph temporarily? Like, you can't just keep throwing continuous flashbangs. Like, that's... Because you gotta run, and then throw the flashbang, and then run away again, and throw it again. It's just... There's no point to the flashbang. And especially when you see this next example, I'm gonna show you why it's bad. Okay, I got my flashbang. Okay guys, watch how bouncy the flashbang is. Let's go to the top of the stairwell. If I don't get killed. Hey, we're at the top of the stairwell. Watch how bouncy this thing is. So the point here I'm trying to make is that if you were to throw a flashbang like down a stairwell or something, or like try to aim at something, there's been several situations where I've thrown the flashbang and like for like not intentional. It's not intentional. It bounces off the walls and like flashbang somewhere, not in the alien's face. It's just unintentional and it doesn't work well. Like, and plus the flashbang makes such a loud noise. Like, you want to have the alien away from you. You don't want to have its attention because you want to be minding your own business, doing things. Like, you have no reason to use the flashbang. Like, I don't really think it blinds synthetics. Like, let's look at the dialogue. A non-harmful device, when detonates on impact, stunning nearby humans and blinding humans and synthetics looking at the detonation. As a modified proximity device, it can be placed as a trap that will trigger when enemies are near. So, why would you place it for the alien? All it would do is irritate it. It'd just go boom and that's it. You throw it at the alien. If it does work, it stuns alien. But you can also stun yourself. So, like, you can actually blind yourself. Like, it's happened to me many times where I throw a flashbang, instead when it bonks off, it just hits me instead, and I accidentally flash blind. Accidentally flash blind myself, and basically you can't see a thing. Like, what's the point of the flashbang? And you need stuff that will harm your opponents. Like, just use a pipe bomb or something that will actually do some damage, or pull out a stinking revolver. Like, something. Like, you got no point to use the flashbang. It's incredibly useless. So, in my opinion, flashbang is literally the worst item in this game. If you're doing nightmare mode, don't even think about depositing your resources in it, because you're just wasting your resources and it's just worth nothing. Just don't use the flashbang. Characters in survivor mode, I would definitely avoid using them. Like, Ellen should be fine, but one of the reasons Hughes is probably the worst character in the game is also because he has the flashbang, and it's literally a waste. It's just incredibly useless. Don't use flashbang. Alright guys, next on the worst list of the worst items in Alien Isolation, second to Flashbang, one of the worst items is EMP Mine. So I got my EMP Mine here on Overrun. Ricardo. The EMP detonates on impact to release an electromagnetic pulse that temporarily disables non-industrial synthetics. It can be placed to become a proximity detonated device. So basically, placing on the ground just becomes another trap. But it's for really only synthetics. Now that's important. So this is only like it's a basically just a stun tool for synthetics, and it disables them for like about 15 seconds, which is, I mean, it's a decent amount. You can also, in one of my videos, I also used it as a noisemaker. So like I basically just threw it, and then it created an electromagnetic pulse that the alien checked out. And yeah, it can basically be used as a mini noisemaker. But here's the thing, guys. EMP mines cost a lot of resources. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 resources to make an EMP mine. Now that's a lot of resources you need to use. Plus 25 scrap, but scrap doesn't even that matter. So you're basically using one SCJ injector, which is hard to find in salvage maps. You can't find them on the cart. Sensors, 2 sensors, 3 charge packs, and 2 bonding agents. If you want to create a distraction, just craft a noisemaker. Like, literally, everything you need to use for a noisemaker is in this list, or just craft, like, a pipe bomb to destroy the androids. Or use a stun baton to just whack it. So, why would you even need an EMP mine? Like, it's literally has no purpose. Besides needing, like, if you have no noisemaker and you only have an EMP mine that you collected, then you just can just throw it and use it as a mini noisemaker. But the point is that EMP mine costs too much resources, 1. 2, it doesn't even have that much use besides stunning an android if you don't have a stun baton. It's not useful. Like, let me gather up some androids, okay? Hey, over here. Ooh, look, I'm trying to swing a wrench at you. See, I got a stun baton. I could literally just stun them, but for the sake of this video, we're going to gather everyone. Okay, over here. See, you got the wrench. You could just hit him. That's one. Okay. So let's just say he recovered. Basically, add like 2 androids left. See? But now that's the end of your EMP mine. Like, they're only stunned for like about 15 seconds, and that's not good enough. Like, what is the point of EMP mine when you could just have a pipe bomb or a shotgun and just shoot them all down? Like, what is the point of EMP mine, guys? Like, just don't spend your resources on an EMP mine. It's not worth it, and just overall, it's not that good of a tool to use in this game. So I'd avoid EMP mine for professionals out there, and just normal Alien Isolation players. Just don't waste your resources on EMP mine. Okay. Anyway, let's go on to the next one. Okay, guys, for the next item on this list, the third worst item next to EMP mine is the smoke bomb. The smoke bomb is okay. Like, I mean, it's a very situational tool. So let's read the description. This device, which detonates on impact, will release a cloud of smoke that obscures visibility. As a modified proximity device, it can be placed as a trap that will trigger when enemies are near. But, like, what is the reason for this? Like, unless if you're trying to go full genius and, like, if you have people with weapons and, like, they're gonna walk over the area and, like, you can just use smoke bombs on humans to not have them see or the alien, I suppose that's fine. But I never really do that. Like, most of the time you just want to stay away from the alien and just, you have no reason to put a smoke bomb there. Like, I guess you could use a smoke bomb unless if you're in a small little tight space, like Lost Contact, where you're on like the 6th task and you gotta get the flamethrower and like by the 2 keyboards. I sometimes throw a smoke bomb there just to like quickly crouch in the smoke and get over to the alien. But here's the thing, guys, if you throw the smoke bomb, You can't even see where you're going half of the time. So you got so much smoke in your face that it's hard to see where you're even going. And like even the motion tracker is a little difficult to see. See, let's just say I step out. Like the motion tracker is really your only resource, and it's like you just have no reason to use a smoke bomb, and it's pretty much useless besides just trying to get across tight spaces or trying to get past the alien. But like if you run, like while you're in the smoke bomb, in the smoke, if you run, the alien's gonna kill you anyway. If you walk, the alien's gonna kill you while you're in the smoke. It could be used as a mini noisemaker due to the poof when it explodes, but most of the time the smoke bomb is just very useless, and like, if the alien even saw you, just throw a Molotov or just use your flamethrower or just heck, even shotgun the alien. I don't care. Just do something that's not a smoke bomb. And overall, it's a very situational tool, and I don't really even use it. So yeah, on the way to the next one. Alright guys, the next item next to smoke bomb is the revolver. Now look, the revolver is like in the middle of this list because it actually has its uses. The revolver can be good for like trying to stun an android while trying to run past them. I've used the revolver for those specific moments, which is good. It can be used as a good tool to kill humans, like just shoot them in the head a few times and they'll get them, or like one shot, just normal shooter stuff. But yeah, a revolver does have its uses. It could be good with multiple tools, like a shotgun plus revolver, and you can use it as a good takedown tool without having used like two shotgun bullets. So I'm going to show you an example. Just the bullet can also be like a standardized way of ensuring that the alien comes to you when you need it. Like if there's a bunch of humans around you, you can just take a gunshot and then the alien will come and kill them all for you. Just make sure you hide so the alien doesn't kill you, obviously. But I'm going to show you the combo and why the revolver is up the list. So we're in Overrun. I'm going to grab the revolver. So here we got an android. Let's shotgun him. Great, I wasted my bullet. Let me go quickly find another bullet. Ah, here we are. Another bullet. See, there you go. So all you have to do is one shotgun the android in the head and then use the bullet and then voila, he's taken down. Like that's an easy way of getting rid of androids using a revolver. Like you can combine it with shotgun and then there you go, you're good. Revolver is actually useful in some situations. Like it does not harm the alien. It's pretty bad like against the alien, but when it comes to androids, 4 bullets to the head will do the trick or so. And it's just a good way of getting rid of those pesky humans and androids easily without having to use any of your supplies up a lot. So, yeah. Some use for the revolver there. Besides, like, its only terrible con is that against the alien, it's literally nothing. But otherwise, it's good. It's a good attention grabber for the alien, enemies alike, and good for killing the humans and androids. So anyway, on to the next one. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the next one, next to revolver, is the stun baton. So the stun baton is usually just used for androids. I've actually used a stun baton on a guard or like a normal human, and it actually insta-kills them. Like, if you literally just stun baton someone up close, they literally just go down in an instant. So, if you're very up close to an enemy and you need to stun baton them, they'll instantly go down, or maybe just 2 more stun baton shots, and yeah, they'll instantly go down. It's really good for that. It's good for getting a kill on an android, so I'll show you a good example of this is when this happens. So here we got an android on Overrun. I'm gonna stun baton him. And then you can literally just keep whacking him until he's dead. See, there you go. Just stun baton another one. I'm not coming with you. Sadly, I think stun batons don't work on the orange suit guys. Yeah, exactly. So it's really good for taking out those original, like, standard androids, but not the orange ones. That's for the bolt gun, which is higher up in this list for multiple reasons. But overall, the stun baton is good for instant downing the enemies, the humans. It's good for taking out normal androids. And yeah, I definitely recommend stun baton for higher up takedowns. And yeah, it's just, even if you need to just stun baton an android and run past it, that's good too. All right, guys. Now we're kind of getting into the A section. So I would say this tool is kind of an A minus, but if I would have to give this like A minus kind of tool to Molotov. Now, the reason I'm kind of ranking it a little lower is because it kind of gives away your position to the alien if you're ever hiding. So the Molotov is an incendiary device which detonates on impact. So basically when it lands somewhere or the alien, it is lethal to humans and other organics, but synthetics are very resistant to fire. So basically, it doesn't even work on synthetics, but you could just use other tools like the bolt gun or the stun baton. As a modified proximity device, it can be placed as an explosive trap, which is actually good against the alien, but I've never really used it for that purpose, so that's one of the flaws about it. Um, but hey, for genius people who like setting up traps in this game, good for you, but I'm not much of a trapper. But here's the thing that's really downgrades the Molotov. So if you have an upper version, like a version 3 of Molotov, the radius is increased, which is actually bad and worse for you. Because if you throw the Molotov like too close to the alien or he's like right in front of you, you can actually burn yourself to death. And basically, yeah, it's just the Molotov is too much of a risk. Like the pipe bomb can do that also, but I've thrown the pipe bomb like very up close to the alien, and I've never like I didn't die. But when you throw the Molotov, like let's just say you're hiding under a cart and you just throw it right away at the alien while it's super nearby, you're gonna burn yourself to death or just take a huge amount of massive damage. So the Molotov is really a far-ranged, flammable alien against alien weapon. And especially goes useful in Amanda's kit. But the Molotov is kind of a gamble a little, I won't lie. And especially one of the detailed downgrades I noticed is that the top is flammable while you're holding it, so a little fire will spark out, which can be used for going through vents. But the issue is that, let's just say you're hiding under a cart, and if the alien is right nearby, with a pipe bomb, it wouldn't see that and it wouldn't see you. But due to the little flammable on the top of the Molotov, the alien will just like look at you and then kill you. And even if you try to throw the Molotov, you get exploded along with it and set on fire and you die. So it's a little bit of a gamble when it comes to Molotov, and that's why I'm ranking an A minus, because it can actually lead. It led to my death a few times, and it's kind of a gamble, and you got to be careful when you're using Molotovs. So yeah. Anyway, on to the next one. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the next one after Molotov is a flare. So flares are actually pretty good and reliable. I would give the flare an A minus. It's definitely good for distractions when you don't have a noisemaker. Like, it's good for just lighting up dark areas in general because it's a flare. Like, what do you expect? A flare is supposed to light the darkness. Light in the darkness, and good for going through vents in dark areas, maybe like the basement or something. But the point is that the flare attracts too much attention to you, which is what downgrades it a little bit. But what upgrades it and why it's an A minus is because it's a good distraction tool, a cheap non-need. You don't need to use any supplies on the distraction tool next to a noisemaker. So yeah, you can just light it. The alien will see this flare like if a door is open. So like if you want to use this as situational distraction, you can just throw it like on a like in a room, and then you can close the door, and then when the door opens, the alien will go check it out and stay there for a bit. But yeah, you can just throw it around areas. So basically, if you were standing if the alien was standing right here, the alien would actually go see this and would go check out the little flare. So that's a good little cheap distraction because the light would probably be around here somewhere. But basically, it's a good little cheap distraction. It's good for like unique situations where you need to use light as a big distraction for the alien. It's a cheap way of using a distraction. You don't need to use any tools. It's reliable for very for lighting areas, and yeah, just the flare. The flare has saved my butt so many times, especially when I've never had a noisemaker or a no crafting challenge. Check that out on YouTube, by the way. It should be in my playlist and alien isolation videos. But yeah, like it's a very good non-crafting distraction tool. Like, it's very underrated. The flare is underrated. I recommend using it more in situations, especially if you're trying to lure the aliens straight away while you're at the door. You could just throw a flare here and the alien will check it out, especially in the basement. So yeah, flare's reliable, really good. I recommend using it a little more often. It saved my butt many times as a good distraction tool, but yeah. Otherwise, on to the next one. Alright, now we're getting to the A section. The good weapons, definitely the essentials, or like tools. Next, yes, we are ranking cutting tool in SAT, because it is a tool you can still collect in survivor mode. So, I would rank cutting tool in A. So, let me get to like a cutting area, and then I'll show you what I mean. Usually you'll get a normal gas torch, so first let's get an untouchable area where the alien won't pop out. Let's start with Severance. Alright, go away, alien. Grab the flamethrower. I'm Amanda, by the way. So she both has SAT and gas torch. So see, I have version 1 on the side, the little triangle next to the batteries, next Molotov, V1, so this is the first version you get. Your gas torch can get better over time in the campaign, but when you're just doing these sort of missions, like the normal survivor mode and not salvage maps, you'll mainly just get a normal gas torch. Now this takes a lot of time to cut things. Like, gas torches are not that great when it comes to like non-barricaded bun doors areas. So like, watch how long this takes to cut the panel. This is why I use SATs more often. Especially when you see those giant vent doors, those take a whole long time. So that's how long it took to just cut a panel while you got the alien wandering about. Now let's use a security access tuner on this thing. See how quick that went? See how fast? We saved so many seconds. So that's how cutting tool loses its value. Now let's go to a giant vent door, and I'll show you how slow this can be. Like, if you have an ion torch, obviously it's going to cut fast, but most of the time you won't have an ion torch when doing these challenges. So you'll mainly just have a normal gas torch. So watch this. Watch how long it takes to cut a panel with a gas torch. And this is just for like professional 400-hour plus players like me. So just imagine, behind you, the alien's stomping about, trying to find you. Meanwhile, you're cutting this panel for like 20 seconds. And you also have to pull it out. I don't think the noise that she makes when she drops the giant panel doesn't attract attention. But yeah, basically, see how long that took to cut just a giant vent panel that you'll see in the stages? And like, especially they're openable, so you don't even need a gas torch in the first place. Like, Severance is the only place I'd recommend using a gas torch, because you can avoid the facehuggers in the theater. But that's about the only situation I'd recommend a gas torch. Overall, it's pretty, like, I'd recommend having a gas torch for many situations, like Severance, if you're ever doing an endurance mode run. And I would just have a gas torch in general, just in case, for other situations. which is what makes it A. And I guess suppose trimming out the vent is actually kind of fun, even with just carving it out. But most of the time, you won't need a gas torch when you're doing an endurance mode unless if needed, because you can just open the vent door on a different side of a vent, and just it takes too long to carve out a panel. So I would just rate the gas torch an A. It's definitely a much needed tool when you're on salvage maps, but when it just comes to normal survivor mode maps, it's not really that needed. By the way, guys, I've been searching and searching the maps. You can't get a gas torch on any of them, so if you're doing endurance mode run, if you pick ransom, you're not ever getting a gas torch. So that's kind of unfortunate. I wish they added a gas torch option in one of the maps. You can only get an SAT, so that also downgrades it. So it's just not that needed. Overall, yeah, it's A. Anyway, it's the next one. Alright, guys, on to the next one. Right after, the cutting tool, we got an SAT. Now, SATs can vary, but most of the time you're going to just use a version 1 in these missions, and especially like a version 3 in like Safe Haven. But most of the time you'll see security access tuner points all across the map. You'll see them everywhere. You'll see them in Scorched Earth, which is required, so it's good to have it beforehand when you're doing an endurance mode run or just getting any mission. You can get a security access. Alright, anyway, where was I? Sorry guys, interruption. So anyway, you'll see security access tuner you can pick up. You can pick one up in basement, loose ends, Scorched Earth if you don't have an SAT. You can pick one up in reoperation. Let's see, am I missing anything? I also forgot you can pick up an SAT and damage control in the armory. Yeah, I believe those are the stages where you can pick one up. So there's like 5 stages where you can pick up an Axis tuner. So if we're here in Severance and you have an Axis tuner, you can just hack your way into this. You can just do objectives faster compared to the gas torch. See how long that took? It's only going to take you like 7 seconds just to open a doorway or hack a computer. It's super fast, super efficient. It shouldn't even take you that long. You're always going to have a version 1. And yeah, it's just a really good tool to have on you. I definitely recommend it. It's probably one of the most helpful tools in survivor mode or endurance mode. It's definitely really helpful in early on stages like Severance. You can hack this door, but also you can just use the theater too as a mini escape route. So for example, I use the gas torch to get around, so you can just open this door. If you ever want to get to the other side, just go through the theater and open up, and voila, you're here. But yeah, if you have the security access to, you can just stroll on through here. So that's really helpful. For my example earlier, you can literally security access tuner is much helpful in sealing the window shutters much faster than a gas torch. Remember, you're going to have an alien wandering around. You're going to save yourself a boatload of seconds. So yeah, security access tuner, A, really good. Definitely needed in your kit when you're doing survivor modes. So yeah. Anyway, on to the next one. Alright guys, on to the next one after the Axis tuner. The next weapon, I would say in A tier, is the shotgun. The shotgun actually may look a little bad, but I think it's really underrated, because the shotgun can be used for stunning the alien even just for a few seconds. It's good, a really helpful tool for taking down androids, even for the orange suit ones. I think it takes a few more bullets, but it is possible to shoot down androids. You can stun the alien with a shotgun. I would definitely not recommend using a shotgun, obviously, on a far-off enemy if it's a human. But if you're, like, really up close to an enemy, you can just shoot him really up close and he'll be dead with a few shots. So I'll show you that you can actually stun the alien. We're on Scorched Earth on Hughes. Make some noise. Here he comes. Well, that didn't work, but trust me, you can stun the alien. Let me keep trying. Well, that didn't work, but trust me, guys. Trust me. I've done on mobile. You can stun the alien if you aim right. I'm obviously a very terrible aimer, but if you actually aim right or something, you can actually stun the alien. It's happened before. Trust me. I'm certain in one of my videos of stun the alien using a shotgun. I don't know. I bet it's in there somewhere. But either way, shotguns are just really helpful for causing a distraction, good for taking down enemies close, and they're good for killing those androids really fast. So anyway, I definitely really think shotgun is definitely underrated. It's definitely up there. So I would definitely recommend using a shotgun more against androids. And yeah, so yeah. On the way, we're gonna get to A plus and S. These are the top, very, very good tools I use all the time. Very helpful, very powerful. So yeah, let's go. All right, guys. Now, I would say A plus. These are the tools that are really helpful. You definitely want with on you all the time. Salvage maps might actually save your life most of the time, and really helpful to just get an advantage over the alien using these. And yeah, you'll see. Obviously, we're talking about the noisemaker. It sounds exactly what it does. It's a noisemaker. It makes noise. This is very helpful for distracting the alien. This homemade device continuously emits a high-pitched noise when triggered, which will attract a lot of attention. If placed, this device has handy 4-second delay before it activates. So you can basically place it on the ground, walk away, emit a noise so you have time to actually get away and distract the alien. You can always just hold it. It is a little bouncy, so just make sure you actually aim it right. So you can just throw it, it's going to make a loud noise, which will distract the alien. Depending on if it's version 1, version 2, version 3, the more far it will attract the alien. Version 1, just make sure it's nearby. Version 2 should be like maybe halfway across the map. Version 3, it should work mostly no matter where you are. But yeah, it's a big, long lot of noise. And it's good for distracting enemies to get them out of your way. It's helpful for distracting alien. If you're trying to start a match and need the alien right exactly to you, they will come. The noisemaker, it will save your life a lot of times. I haven't used noisemakers a lot lately because of me being a pro speedrunner player. I don't really need a noisemaker, but when I've been stuck in a sticky situation, I'm worried the alien's going to kill me, and a flare would probably reveal my position too much, especially if you light it and you're worried the alien's going to see you. You can always just throw a noisemaker, no light, it'll make a noise, save your life sometimes. Yeah, noisemakers, see, you don't even need to spend that much. You just need to use a charge pack, a sensor, an SCJ injector for 10 scrap, easy to craft, saves your life. Just, noisemaker, definitely A+, definitely up there, really good, use it. Anyway, on to the next one. Alright. A+, next behind Noisemaker, is the Bolt Gun. Bolt Gun is really good. It's a must-have in your kit. It's kind of what makes Ransom really good in salvage maps for me. So, basically, Bolt Guns can basically one-shot any android if you shoot them in the head. Any android, it can be an orange suit, shoot them in the head, they'll go down immediately. Just shoot at a standard android, go down immediately as long as it's in the head. And you gotta hold it up for a wind up. So as long as you're staying in place, you can see the cursor going narrow. If you move, it won't go. The receptacle will slowly narrow. But if you hold it on long enough, then it'll just basically shoot on its own. So yeah, basically just create some distance between you and the android and then make the shot. It'll work on any android, which makes it super good. It's an instant kill weapon. So let's just attract this android's attention. Wait. Bam! Just like that. It's dead. Immediately dead. Headshot. That easy. You don't even need to waste a shotgun bullet. Like, at least not two. So yeah, it's really good. Let's use on orange android. I'll show you. get through this vent first. Alright, we got an orange android. Bam! Just like that. Immediate takedown. And it was in an orange suit android. So this is really helpful for taking down those nasty orange suit androids. It can take down any android. It can even stun the alien if you aim right. Obviously, my aiming is terrible when I tried to show the shotgun, but it'll even stun the alien if you do it right, but I would definitely not advise that. But it's definitely very good for taking out those androids. It's really the only weapon you need for the androids. It can even, like, those guys in the armor as a human, if you shoot them in the head, they will instantly go down. Very helpful. Very good. Yeah, like, it's hard to crack those armor sometimes. You need like 2 bullets, but when it comes to bolt gun, you can immediately one-shot guys in armor or any other human. Bolt gun is just very underrated. It's really good. It's just god tier attack weapon. It's good for humans and androids. Alien, I would not, guys. I won't advise attacking the alien. Use something with flames. But yeah, just use bolt gun more often. Trust me. Anyway, on to the next one. Alright, I'd say third best is definitely goes to medkit, because medkits is basically how you heal yourself and, you know, stay alive. Because without medkits, if you basically take so much damage, you need to heal yourself. It's pretty easy to get a medkit. You just need a bonding agent, a compound B, and a SCJ injector, and you're good. Version 1 heal about half of your health, and then versions 2 heal 3/4 of your health, so pretty good. And yeah, it only takes like 2 seconds, 3 to heal yourself. It's not that bad. So yeah, honestly, really good med kit. Definitely always have for endurance mode just in case. So yeah. Alright guys, after a while, after about 4 minutes, I finally got a pipe bomb. So the next one after, what was it again? I don't know, I don't even care. The next one is pipe bomb. It's really good. Really good. It's really good. Trust me, you want this in your arsenal. Pipe bombs are really good. So it says, the pipe bomb is an explosive device which detonates on impact, so when you throw it, it is lethal to humans and non-industrial synthetics in close proximity. When placed as an explosive trap, it will trigger when enemies are near. So you can use it as a trap. When you're holding it, it does not emit off like flame or light as much. So if you're hiding under a table or a cart, the alien will not see you, compared to the Molotov where it's flammable and the alien will see you. So it's good for holding a trap when ready. It will not kill you when you throw it. It maybe might as a Molotov. I don't know. I've had weird results. Like sometimes it's killed me, sometimes it hasn't. But I guess as long as you're careful with the pipe bomb, you should be fine. But it says it works for both androids and humans. And it works for the alien since it's flammable. So not only works for the alien, it works for androids, and it works for humans. So it's literally just a bomb. Like, you could just throw the bomb and then boom, everyone is dead. It's worth all of your stuff. Trust me, it's worth all these supplies. It's a really good weapon. You can get the pipe bomb early on in Safe Haven, like in the Brachus departments and in the Gemini secondary something. Early on, it saved my life. This pipe bomb has saved my life so many times. It's definitely my secondary go-to weapon. Let me show you how you can literally just kill a bunch of androids. It's really good. Let's rally up all the androids. Guys over here, follow me. I'm so interesting. So let's rally the bomb. Watch this. Bam! I killed 2 androids using just a bomb. And I bet if that third android was closer to its radius, bam, it would have gone to. Each version increases its radius. So yeah, you can use it as a trap. It works as against the alien. It works against humans. It works against the androids. It works on anything. It's really good for causing a lot of damage and saving your life. It's like, yeah, like it could possibly be better than the flamethrower. So yeah, pipe bomb, second favorite, A plus, definitely really good, absolute need. Anyway, on to the last item, S. You guys knew would probably be this weapon. It is the best in the entire game. Definitely need. It's your go-to priority when you're in survival mode. If you don't have it, get your hands on one right away. Save your life from the alien. Good way to rebel against the alien. And yeah, you know what it is. And yeah, you guys probably guessed it. It was the flamethrower. It's S. Absolute need. You need it on almost every map. You can find it in, I think, you can find it in reoperation. You can find it in crawl space. You can find it in damage control. You can find it, in basement. Yeah, like just most stages. You can find it overrun. Most stages will automatically give it to you. You can find it in Severance with 150 fuel, which is an excellent start. Flamethrower is literally how you fight against the alien. It can be used in vents. Three quick bursts should be able to make the alien flee. So I'll show you I got 50 fuel, but it shouldn't be that much of a problem. Let's get the alien's attention. Three quick short bursts, or you can hold down the button. But 3 quick short bursts should be able to make the alien go away for at least the first time. If you need more chances, then I'll just attempt more bursts or just hold the button down. But either way, you guys know that the flamethrower is the reason you can rebel against the alien and not make the game so scary. Just know you're not invincible while holding the flamethrower. You gotta be careful when you're doing SAT and gas torch stuff or anything. You still gotta be on guard, but the flamethrower is literally the exact reason why you can counter the alien and the most easiest reason. So let's just go to Severance and pick up 150. So yeah. The clicks should not be a problem. Like as long as you can easily, like when you're reloading, just make sure you put the flamethrower away as soon as you reload it, because it'll make one click and that's good. But try to not have multiple clicks or hold the flamethrower out while you're hiding, because the alien would obviously see this little flame over here. But yeah, otherwise the flamethrower S, literally the reason how you can literally beat this game on easy mode, quote quote. But yeah, the flamethrower, it feels a little hard to come by, but for good reason, because it's how you fight back against the alien. It's really good. Flamethrower is S, top, best weapon you need to survive in alien isolation. It's definitely really good, and yeah, must I explain more with this weapon? And it's iconic in the Alien universe. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that's about it for this tier list. I hope this helped you know which weapons you should prioritize in getting and what is more useful and what you should find in other characters. Who knows, maybe I'll do a character ranking video. Anyway, guys, have a good day. I hope this helped you. And yeah, anyway, see you guys. Bye.